Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Abolitionists Live. It's Thanksgiving week, and so, I first want to introduce Tomas again.
Hello, everyone.
and I'm Blair, and so, it's Thanksgiving week, and so, I've been, Tomas, thinking a lot about the holidays, and I think a lot of us are taking some downtime this week to rest and recoup, but the reality is, when you're doing victim services and working as a victim advocate, you don't always get downtime. And
Sure.
our hotline is 24/7, so somebody has to man that all the time. And so you've been at this work for 15 years. You've been in the trenches, and it's difficult work. And I know, as I've been around for about 7 years now, we've seen some people get involved and they do burn out because it's
Sure.
hard work. So can you share with our audience a little bit about some things that you have done to stay engaged and to not burn out?
Sure. Thank you, Blair, and hello to all our friends and partners across the nation and around the world. And we just thank you for just always coming and showing up to our events and our social media. And so one of the things that occur is that with the fight against human trafficking, it does not sleep. These traffickers, these pimps, these buyers are 24/7. And so the fight against it is 24/7. And one of the things that's important to know is that when you are called to do something like we do and advocate and literally be on scene when victims are recovered and identified, or we get that phone call in the middle of the night, that's something that you have to manage properly. There is something called burnout or compassion fatigue that occurs to many in this field. And so one of the things I personally have done is that not only do we have an incredible team that's helping us working together on this issue and our different programs, but we also, one of the things is that each story, each survivor is unique, and so it's not something that no one is looked at as a number. Everyone is unique in their situation, even though there's some commonalities. What I've done personally is I do not take this personally, in the sense of, even though these stories are just incredible in a bad way of what's happened to someone, how someone's been victimized through sex or through labor trafficking, the calls we get. But I do not take that home with me, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people, is that they end up maybe feeling like how horrible our society is, or things are getting worse in our world. And that's something, Blair, that I've really been careful to look at the good, they're asking for help, or they got identified by a first responder, by law enforcement. Mm-hmm. And so in everything I do, I look at the positive, I look at the glass half full, just in general in my life, and say, hey, they're reaching out. This is someone who's hurting. This is somebody who's maybe been captive. And so it's an opportunity for that person to be free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think about if you weren't there, what would happen to them, or if others, aren't there for them, would it be even worse, if we let that get to us and stop us from what we're doing. And I've known Tomas for 7 years now, and he really does look at the glass half full all the time, and it's encouraging to be around that positive attitude, and it really helps.
Well, even last week, and Blair, you were there, we had our 6th annual Central Florida Anti-Trafficking Joint Forum at Valencia College Public Safety Campus, and to see those stakeholders, just coming from all over Central Florida, mm-hmm. from Clearwater mm-hmm. to Daytona Beach, and all in between, law enforcement, prosecutors, victim advocates, those really in the trenches and on the front lines of fighting this horrific crime here in Central Florida. And so we're not alone. The movement has grown significantly in the 15 years I've been involved mm-hmm. Here. And so I'm encouraged. Because our Central Floridians care, and they're doing something about it, whether it's somebody donating to our rescue backpacks, or it's someone like law enforcement investigating and getting the bad guys, those who are perpetrating this horrific crime.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking about looking at the positive side of things, and part of that has to do with being grateful and having Gratitude, being thankful. It's Thanksgiving week, so we're already thinking about that a lot. I know I am. My family is thinking about what are we thankful for that's happened within the last year since last Thanksgiving. And so, Tomas, what would be some things that you could say, I'm grateful for this, for what's happened this year?
Sure. I'm just grateful for an incredible team I have working around me here at Florida Abolitionists. We have some exciting news coming in the next month or so. We have more people coming on board in the fight, some leaders, names you'll recognize, and just people care. I mean, human compassion, human dignity, human honor, that I can be surrounded by a group of people here, no matter what is on the news every night, and sometimes things can be so ugly, with all the things happening across our country, with violence and the fires and all that, but there are people that care, and I get to partner with them and know them, and that's how I want to spend the rest of my life. And so I'm grateful for that. Please, as you sit with your loved ones or friends this Thursday, this weekend, maybe mention something you're grateful for before you eat, and show your gratitude. And we thank everybody for your support, all our friends and partners.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about even, it was early this year that the Human Trafficking Center opened,
yes.
and now we have a place, a crisis, in those crisis moments to take people, these survivors that have nowhere else to go. Some real breakthroughs have happened this
24/7. So we have the adult female center now here in Central Florida in Orange County. And so that's something we advocated for years, and it's a reality. So definitely grateful for the center as well, with Aspire Health Partners.
Yeah, they've been amazing. As you said, the team's growing.
Yes.
There's a lot of things to be thankful for sure.
Absolutely.
And one thing, as we're in a photo studio today, where Tomas and one of our partners, Jan from Paving the Way, we're shooting a promo for an event we're doing with Guys with Ties.
Yes.
And Tomas, could you tell our friends about that, and maybe how we can help them?
Please come to my Facebook page, or Blair's, or the Florida Abolitionists, or Paving the Way, or Guys with Ties. We have an incredible joint fundraiser on December 1st here in downtown Orlando, and you're invited. There's actually we have a special ticket price on Thanksgiving and on Friday for only $20. It's going to be posted to get in, and just come. Maybe somebody needs to know about this issue, but it's going to be a Christmas holiday party.
Right?
So
yeah.
we're going to have fun, but we're raising money for two great organizations, Florida Abolitionists and Paving the Way. So please get your ticket. If you want to wait till Thursday and Friday, that's great at the holiday discount. But please come and support. If maybe you know somebody that needs to be there, you can't make it, maybe buy them an early Christmas present. So
yeah, we would love to see you there. They're actually running a special on Thanksgiving Day, and Black Friday is going to be a deal for just $20. You can get in and join the party, and so check that out. We'll definitely be posting it on Thursday and Friday, so you can get in on that deal, and we look forward to seeing you there. Have a great Thanksgiving.